across 6 continents, over 60,000 kilometers, and in just 6 months. Six drivers stitched the world together through one great journey. Leaving a bit of India behind for the world and carrying a little bit of the world with us.
You could take pictures, but pictures are from the point of view of the camera. But as far as drawing is concerned, you spend time with the drawing. So there are these stories. So it's not just an image. It's always a story attached to a sketch.
Alan, this idea of being a traveling artist, I mean, when did that start? And I see you use a lot of watercolors for your paintings. It's simple, but it's still very striking.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was that I wanted to record my life my own way. Suppose, I just take one thing like, this is a cafe that I've been frequenting. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a special relationship I have with this cafe. So if I sat there for over 2 coffees, I did this. I heard people. There were people who spoke to me. So there are these stories. So it's not just an image. It's always a story attached to a sketch. I think the good bit about drawing is you do it the way you want. And maybe if you want, I can come along with you.
Yeah, that'll be a great idea. So you'll get an actual feel of the adventure.
So, whatever we see, whatever we experience, we sketch and we stick this like a collage.
Yeah.
And I gift it to you guys. Is that okay?
That'll be great.
There won't be any wine bottles for sure, but
if you want,
there will be lots of nice scenery for sure.
He can be drinking, we can be watching him drink. Alan Shaw, an Indian artist based in Berlin and doing lots and lots of fun stuff with his sketches. The way he kind of captures all of his travels is what really interested. Getting him on the journey to the center of London, we were driving around Big Ben, the Thames River. Just speed at which he was creating these sketches was just unbelievable. Say we're gonna run, say we're gonna run, say we're gonna run. Ishan, I've helped myself to feel British with this hat on. You look completely at home.
Wow, it's beautiful. The London Big Ben, the double-decker bus. Over lands and sea. A first selfie in a watercolor.
Postcards from London.
This is my position most times on the drive. So this is the masterpiece that Alan's calling this the postcards from London. This pretty much encapsulates our day in London. Fantastic, Alan. Thank you so much. It was quite an experience driving with you while you were sketching. And, the final product looks amazing.
The postcards of all the members,
Yeah, so this is your parting gift. Thank you so much, and good luck with everything.
Yeah.
Keep traveling, keep painting, and keep inspiring all of us. Yeah. So the GLA Adventure is now in the hometown of the great author Charles Dickens, and this is pretty much where he grew up, got inspired, wrote his novels. We're also here to meet Mike Rutherford, who is also associated with the World Car Awards. Mike, You still can't get over those number plates.
I've been coming to this city, and I in fact have an office in this city. So in a way, being the vice chairman of the World Car Awards organisation, this is, if you like, the British, the English headquarters of the organisation. And this is the first time I've ever seen an Indian plate. You see lots of foreign plates in this city because it is a small tourist town. And as you say, the home of Charles Dickens.
But Mike, the GLA itself, is a car that you possibly are familiar with. What are your impressions? This is now assembled in India, and which is what we're driving across the world.
Well, look, I think Mercedes' time has come, and just in a sense, so has India's time come in terms of its involvement with the motor industry. And the fact that Mercedes won the World Car of the Year last year with the C-Class.
Yeah. But what do you think of our adventure?
I think it's great because I've done a lot of this. I drove from Paris to Beijing through Kazakhstan.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
something,
yeah, I did that. The only problem I have, a bit like our friend Charles Dickens actually, you might know what I'm talking about, but if not, you will very soon. You start hallucinating a bit because you start, is that the curb, is that the road, what's happening? One of the things that I think is essential, not take a coffee break every 2 hours, but get out of the car and stretch your legs. And
the good thing is these cars come with attention assist. So the minute your steering is going way to this thing and tells you take a break, so every 2 minutes that keeps popping up. So then it's on your mind to take a break, so you possibly do that in the 5-10 kilometer range.
I'm genuinely pleased to see you guys keeping these cars in pretty good shape.
So far, so good. Thanks, Mike. It's a pleasure talking to you as usual.
Thank you very
Right.
much. Thank you guys, and welcome to England.
Thank you.
So we're kicking things off on day 19 of the Great Overland Adventure, very, very early. And Le Mans in France is our destination. And we're crossing the English Channel again, but this time by boat. So that should be lots and lots of fun, but again, lots of driving. So we should start now so that we reach Le Mans later in the evening. I'm going to do this on camera. Also very key because quite literally I'm going to give you the keys to the GLA which I've been driving for the last 18 days. I'm going to take the Big Daddy, the GL.
Yeah.
Any words of advice for?
The size is actually the biggest thing. It's big, but it's actually very easy to drive, so you shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, you'll find this easier to drive. So.
Yeah, it should be easier, yes, definitely.
Okay, let's be on our way then. Well, it was quite an emotional moment for me when I handed over the keys to Ishan. It's a car that's been there with me for the last 18 days. Well, we've clocked over 7,400 kilometers to be precise. So, yeah, lots and lots of memories on that GLA, just spending time with it, sitting inside. I was just so comfortable in the driving position and, just the overall seating position. Hopefully I'll get those keys back, maybe in Frankfurt, which is still some time away, but I'm going to let Ishan enjoy what the GLA offers.
I was looking forward to driving the GLA because it's a completely different experience to the GL. I've been driving the GL for almost 3 weeks now, so I've gotten quite used to it. The size, parking it, the width. The GLA, on the other hand, is so much more smaller and easier to drive. It feels a lot more relaxing too. Not that the GL is any more difficult to drive. It's been absolutely fantastic over the time that I've spent with it. So the GLA is, it's smaller, nimbler, easier to handle. But both the cars are equally suited to long distance travel, so that's a good quality that both of them share.
We're on a ship. The GLA Adventure has gotten on a ship and we're crossing the English Channel. This time the ferry ride was quite fun. Inside the boat isn't as exciting
as on top of the deck. So we did actually go up to the deck, actually see the English Channel, and it was quite magical, really. The access across the countries is just so easy, whether it's by train or by the ferry. And for us to do it for the first time was quite special. This memory will kind of stay in my head for a very, very long time. I like the way that we could cross these countries through the ferry or even the train. So here we are, crossed the English Channel back in France after 4 days in the United Kingdom. So we're now headed all the way to Le Mans. Slightly desperate times right now. We're trying to get to Le Mans on time, and the biggest goof ups that we've done is not factor in the 1 hour that we lost while crossing the English Channel from the United Kingdom to the European Union and here in France. And that's something, when we cross time zones from the UK to France, you actually lose 1 hour, and when you go from France to the United Kingdom, you actually gain 1 hour. And that's something we didn't kind of factor in. We were quite comfortable. So a bit of a mad rush to get to Le Mans, because I'm guessing they are pretty punctual and pretty strict about these timings about getting onto the track. So we got to be there at least 15 minutes before our time slot. And it's about 350 kilometers to go, so possibly about 4 hours. It's not looking too good.